What if one man's dream could challenge a nation's soul? In an era of division, one voice rose above the noise, not with the clash of swords, but with the power of words and a dream of a better world. This is the story of Martin Luther King Jr. Born in Atlanta, Georgia, in 1929. Michael King Jr. grew up in a world segregated by race. His father, a Baptist pastor, and his mother, a former school teacher, instilled in him a deep sense of justice and faith. After witnessing the brutalities of segregation firsthand, he was determined to dedicate his life to fighting for equality. He adopted the name Martin Luther in honor of the German Protestant reformer and followed in his father's footsteps, becoming a pastor. King's leadership, rooted in the philosophy of nonviolent civil disobedience inspired by Mahatma Gandhi, was instrumental. The 1960s saw the struggle intensify. From the sit-ins at lunch counters to the freedom rides, King was a constant presence, leading marches, delivering powerful sermons, and enduring arrests and threats. It was on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial during the 1963 March on Washington that King delivered the speech that would define his legacy and echo through history. "I have a dream," he declared, painting a vision of a future where his children would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. His words became an anthem for millions, a powerful expression of hope and the enduring promise of America. In 1964, his tireless efforts were recognized with the Nobel Peace Prize, making him the youngest recipient at the time. Yet, the fight was far from over. He expanded his focus to include economic justice and opposition to the Vietnam War, believing that true equality could not be achieved without addressing poverty and militarism. But his powerful voice was silenced on April 4, 1968, at just 39 years old. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee. The world mourned the loss of a visionary leader, a man of peace, who had fought so bravely for the soul of his nation. Though his life was cut short, his dream lives on. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965 stand as testaments to his struggle. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a national holiday, honors his memory. His legacy is not just in the laws that were changed, but in the hearts and minds that were transformed. He taught us that nonviolence is not a sign of weakness, but of strength, that love is the most powerful force for change, and that one person's dream can indeed change the world.